How often do we rush to judge life's events as either good or bad? In a small village, a poor man's life seemed to swing between blessings and misfortunes. But was everything really as it seemed? What if the true lesson is not in the events themselves, but in how we choose to see them? Stay with us to discover how this old man's wisdom reveals the secret to living beyond judgment. A misfortune or a blessing, there was a poor, old man who lived in a small village. He owned a beautiful white horse. Kings offered fabulous prices for the horse, but the man would say, "This horse is my friend." The man was poor, but he never sold the horse. One morning, he found the horse was gone from the stable. The whole village gathered and said, "You foolish old man, we knew someday the horse would be stolen. You should have sold it. What a misfortune." The old man replied, "That's not necessarily true. The horse is simply not in the stable. This is the fact. Everything else is a judgment. Who knows if it is a misfortune or a blessing?" People laughed at the old man. They knew he was a little crazy. But after 15 days, the horse suddenly returned. He had not been stolen, but had gone visiting. Not only that, a dozen wild horses returned with him. Again, the people gathered and said, "Old man, you were right. The disappearance of your horse is not a misfortune. It has indeed proved to be a blessing." The old man said, "Again, you are going too far. Just say the horse came back. Who knows whether its return is a blessing or not? When you read a single word, how can you judge the whole book?" The people did not say much, but they knew he was wrong. After all, 12 beautiful horses had come. The old man's only son started to train the wild horses. But a week later, he fell from a horse and broke his legs. The people gathered and again they judged. "You're right. Getting 12 horses was a misfortune. Your son, who is your only support, has lost the use of his legs. No, you are poorer than ever." The old man said, "You are obsessed with judgment. Only say my son has broken his legs. Nobody knows whether this is a misfortune or a blessing. Life comes in fragments and more is never revealed." After a few weeks, the country went to war. All the young men in town were forced into the military. Only the old man's son was left because he was crippled. The whole town cried because they knew most of the young men would never return. They said to the old man, "You were right. This is a blessing. Your son may be crippled, but he is still with you. Our sons are gone forever." The old man said again, "Nobody knows. Say only this. Your sons have entered the army and my son has not. We can't know whether it is a blessing or a misfortune. Stop judging, or you will always be obsessed with fragments and live in faulty conclusions. I say listen to God's word and know that all things will become a blessing through our love for Him."